everybody, what's up? This is Unilateral Everything, episode 8, or what I'm calling episode 8.1, because I'm going to break this into 2, just because some stuff happened this past week that, last episode I said I'd be talking about parents and working with parents of young kids, training young kids, things like that, and but had some stuff happen last week that has really changed the at least the timing of this program at the moment, mainly being that I was building this strongman yoke last weekend, and part of it fell over, popped me in the back of the leg, ended up with a couple stitches in my calf. So yeah, I haven't actually trained this week. Lots of fun. So splitting it up into 2 parts, this will be 8.1, talking about minor setbacks. I'll talk about 8.2, which will be about parents and kids and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating having minor injuries. Like I said, last Sunday, was painting the strongman yoke that I built, and I guess I didn't grind down some of the edges well enough. So I was putting it together, and I was getting ready after priming it all, putting it away, getting ready to go home for the day from the shop that I was working at, and one of the uprights fell over, one of the feet that allows the strongman yoke to slide if I were to use it as a sled. One of the corners popped up off the ground when it fell over, hit me in the calf. Not a very long cut, but fairly deep. Didn't cut quite down to the muscle, but there's definitely a lot of fatty tissue that you could see that was open. So that was a little interesting. Had to clean that up and then go to urgent care and get some stitches. So they sewed up a little bit, 5 stitches. You can see them in the picture that I'll put up right here. But yeah, minor setbacks happen. The main thing you have to realize with setbacks is that, you got to live life, and if you're always concerned about getting hurt, and I'm going to talk about this with parents too in 8.2, then you're going to miss out on a lot of things. And obviously, I'm not a very high-level athlete. I'm not, I've qualified for American Open finals at this point, but I've never been to a national meet for weightlifting. I've never actually competed in a powerlifting meet just because my bench press got that poverty bench. So a little bit of a different perspective there, that it's not super important that I protect myself at all costs from getting hurt. So I'm gonna live life. And so if you live life just like probably 98% of the rest of us do in the world, then they're gonna have minor setbacks, and that's okay. For me, it was actually a great time to actually sit back and recover a little bit. Coaching little kids all summer, starting to wear on me. I'm exhausted. I'm fine with admitting that. So minor setbacks happen. I think the one thing you have to realize is that you can choose how you think about it. For me, I see, as frustrated as I am, that I kind of had to take a break right at the beginning of a new block. I know that I can just start that block over again, where redo week 6, then kind of make a new 4-week block out of it, and we'll still be fine in the long term. 1 week isn't going to kill me. I'll be able to do some stuff next week. This first week with stitches, I just can't do a whole ton, just to make sure I don't rip any out. They told me to limit movement as a coach. Well, that's not going to happen. Any other coaches out there will know that. So yeah, it's all in how you view it, and that's the one thing that I think is really important to remember. For me, I took it as the opportunity to get more stuff done. Yeah, I run a couple different programs, so I'm basically an entrepreneur that works for somebody else. But my job is to grow the programs and try to make them successful to be able to help as many kids as possible. That comes with a lot of different factors, and being able to perfect the coaching, be able to make the best coaching available to those kids. It's okay for me to have setbacks, and that's what I chose to view this as. I run all the social media accounts for the program, so being able to set those up and have almost like those posts all scheduled was really, really beneficial for me to be able to have done, so that was good. Another thing was just being able to breathe and relax. Got one more week of summer schedule left, so that's kind of how I chose to view it, and I think in the long term that was something that benefited me immensely, was to be able to have that freedom and just choose to view the situation of not being able to train this week as so. Like I said, minor setbacks are going to happen. It's all on how you view it. If you want to view it as something that really, really sucks and you want to just shut down because of it, that's your choice. But I think it's better to look at some of the positives, look at some of the other things you can do, and work around whatever setbacks those are. So that's episode 8.1. You can go over and watch 8.2 where I'll talk about parents, and yeah, lots of fun there.